Russia is closing the main base of the Wagner PMC group, located at the Molkino military training ground near the town of Горячий Ключ. This was reported by the Telegram channel Разгрузка Вагнера. A video of the removal of the flags of Russia and of the group at the base was published there.
We are removing the flags of Russia and PMC Wagner from our base in the village of Molkino. The base ceases to exist. Wagner Group departs to new locations.
After the rebellion on June 23-24, the Kremlin announced that the founder of the group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, would leave to Belarus. The mercenaries, in turn, were offered to sign a contract with the Russian Ministry of Defense or leave with Prigozhin. The fact that the unofficial armed formations of the Wagner PMC was finally liquidated in Russia was reported by the Telegram channel We Can Explain. According to them, the decision was made personally by the Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. One of the Wagner mercenaries said that the process of separating the group was underway.
Wagner PMC is being divided into literally three components. The first component is those people who are forced to sign a contract with the Ministry of Defense. The second one, these are people who refuse to enter into a contract with the Ministry of Defense, and the Ministry of Defense does not want to contract them somehow. And the third component is people who do not want either to go to Belarus or to conclude a contract with the Ministry of Defense. These people become free birds. It is no secret that they are likely to return to criminal activity. So a boom in new crimes should be expected in Russia soon.
On July 14th, the Belarusian Ministry of Defense confirmed the arrival of Wagner PMC mercenaries at a camp in the Mogilov region. The Ministry of Defense stated that an exchange of experience between the mercenaries of PMC Wagner and the armed forces of Belarus would take place at the Belarusian training grounds.
Alexander Lukashenko, when he invited all these mercenaries to Belarus, he opened such a Pandora's box because we know that in Belarus, for example, there are 2,500 to 3,000 people only among law enforcement officers. If all these mercenaries are now moving to Belarus, this will create a potential threat to the Alexander Lukashenko regime. We know that Vladimir Putin is of course a friend of Lukashenko, but such a frenemy. So who knows what will happen there?
According to the Belarusian Gayun monitoring group, the sixth convoy of Wagner PMC troops has already arrived in Belarus in about 100 to 120 pieces of equipment.
General conclusion: the current situation. The organized movement of Wagner PMC mercenaries continues. Only during July 18th, 3 columns with mercenaries arrived in the Republic of Belarus. At present, the destination of the columns of PMC Wagner is a field camp in the village of Tsel, Osipovitsky Rayon. About 275 to 305 units, mainly automotive, arrived in the Republic of Belarus, and about 1,400–1,500 personnel. Telegram channel Belarusian Gayun reports.
Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda assured that Lithuania has significant security means to respond to potential hostile actions by Wagner PMC from the territory of Belarus.
They are now sufficient. Undoubtedly, we will monitor the situation, and if decisions are needed, we will make them as soon as possible. Considering that Belarus is a rather small state, changing plans and transferring them, Wagner mercenaries, to the western borders is a matter of a few hours. Gitanas Nausėda, President of Lithuania, Delphi publication reports.
The President of Lithuania also stated that the State Defense Council had already decided before the NATO summit to increase the intelligence forces on the eastern border and improve the plan to cover the border. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Yulia Bil, UATV News.